Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got episode number 116 of the San Diego Padres franchise mode here on the channel, and for the first time since the World Series in our second season with the Padres, we are down 3-0, and the series really just isn't looking too good. I mean, the Mets have had our number this entire series, given last game in Game 3. If you haven't watched it yet, we were winning the entire game, and then the 9th inning came, and then, yep, Aaron Judge did it again, got a clutch hit in the 9th inning, and put us down 3-0. As for the Mets in this Game 4, they are actually going with a different lineup. Instead of Estevan Floro in center field, they will be going with Starling Marte, so they're going to be batting righty-righty with Marte, and of course we have Luis Patino on the mound, so Marte and Patino will square off in this series. And then instead of Joe Hudson playing catcher, they will move to the lefty catcher. That will be Reese McGuire. Other than that, Marte will be batting first for the Mets, and then Andres Gimenez will be batting 8th. He'll be sliding down the order in this one. And folks, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button down below for more San Diego Padres franchise mode here on the channel. And it doesn't get easier for us. I mean, we have to see Jacob deGrom, and no one wants to see Jacob deGrom in a situation where you are down 3-0. It just sucks. But if there is any sort of hope for this Padres team, it's that if you win this ball game, you get a Game 5, and you get Chris Paddock on the mound. If Paddock wins that Game 5, boom, you go back to San Diego, and to lose the series, you have to get beat in San Diego. But of course, we have to get it done tonight against deGrom, and Patino has to come through. All right, let's get game number 4 underway with Brian Reynolds on the 3-2. deGrom gonna deal, and that's a nice slider. Strike through to Brian Reynolds to start this ball game off. Here comes Fernando Tatis Jr. not doing well in this postseason. The 2-1 gonna hit that ball right to short, and straight to Andres Gimenez. 2 down here in the top of the first. Here is your San Diego Padres lineup. We've got Reynolds, Tatis, Bryant, Daniel Vogelbach, Mitch Garver, Julio Rodriguez, Victor Robles, C.J. Abrams, and Luis Patino pitching. Chris Bryant on the 3-1. Bryant gonna hit that ball in the middle. Hey, it's the first hit of the ball game, and it's a hit right up the middle for Chris Bryant. A 2-out base knock. It'll extend this inning to Daniel Vogelbach on the 3-1. Vogie gonna draw the walk on the fastball down. Runners on first and second. 2 outs now for Mitch Garver, who's been a real threat in this postseason, but this time Mitch Garver gonna pop that ball up right to first and straight to Polar Bear Pete Alonso to end the top of the first inning. Here comes Luis Patino. Patino has been used as a bullpen arm so far in this postseason. Gets his first start tonight in an elimination game. Starling Marte on the 2-2, gonna hit that ball up the middle. That's a great start to this ball game if you are the New York Mets with the leadoff base knock for your center fielder. Jeff McNeil now up on the 3-2. Oh, could have draw the walk on the changeup and runners up first and second. No outs in the inning for Pete Alonso on the 3-1. Alonso gonna hit that ball to short. Tatis to Abrams to Vogie to the middle of the play. 2 down in the inning just like that. Here is this Mets lineup. We've got, I mean, the big bats in the middle are always what we're going to talk about. Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, Jeff McNeil, and Starling Marte leading off. Aaron Judge on the 3-1 gets that ball to third. Hey, to Chris Bryant. We're going to get out of the inning with 0 runs given up. I'll take it. Let's go now to the top of the second. Julio Rodriguez now up on the 2-2. Rodriguez gets that ball in the middle, but what a play off the mound by Jacob deGrom to put away Rodriguez for the first out of the top of the second. Here comes the 2-time All-Star Victor Robles on the full count. Robles going to blast that ball into center field. Starling Marte, though. Marte going back, and he's got it for the second out of the top of the second. Here is the postseason bracket in the AL. The Houston Astros have taken a 3-0 lead over the Minnesota Twins. C.J. Abrams now up on the full count. Abrams gets that ball to the middle. It's going to get through C.J. Abrams with a 2-out base knock. It's going to turn over the lineup now going into the third. Luis Patino on the 1-2. What do you expect? He's getting that ball right to third and straight to J.D. Davis to end the top of the second inning. J.D. Davis now going to lead off the bottom of the second for the Mets on the 2-2. There we go. Strike 3 on the changeup in by Luis Patino. Now up to the plate will be Eddie Rosario on the 2, and Rosario going to hit that ball in a deep right center field, but Victor Robles playing back, and Victor Robles will have that one for the second out of the inning. That will now bring up the catcher for the Mets. It will be Reese McGuire on the full count. Patino gonna deal. That ball's gonna get up the middle, and it's gonna get through. Reese McGuire is on with a 2-out base knock for the New York Mets. Now Andres Gimenez will get a shot on the 2, and Gimenez is gonna take that high curveball and hit it right back to the mound, right to Luis Patino. Patino's gonna take that pop out to end the inning. Let's now go to the top of the third, where Brian Reynolds will lead it off on the 3-1. Reynolds gets that ball to center field. Oh, okay. I thought that was going further, but Gimenez is there for the first out of the inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 1-2. Tatis gonna break his bat, and that ball's gonna be into foul territory right to Pete Alonso, 2 down in the inning. Tatis still can't get anything going, and that's a picture-perfect curveball right there by DeGrom. Catches the outside corner for strike 3 to retire Chris Bryant. Speaking of DeGrom, he's getting that ball right to short, right to Fernando Tatis Jr. for the first out of the bottom of the third. Of the plate will be Starling Marte. The 3-2. He's getting that ball again to the former MVP Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis to, oh, never mind. He pulls Vogie off the bag. All right, runner on first on the 2-1. Jeff McNeil gonna hit that ball to second. Runner was in motion, so we are only gonna get 1 out at first. Runner on second, 2 down in the inning for Pete Alonso on the 1-1. Alonso is gonna hit that ball into left field. Julio Rodriguez gonna have to come up throwing. Rodriguez to the plate. Will he get? Oh no! All right, and Alonso moved to second. We are down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Aaron Judge now on the full count. Swing and a miss on the changeup down by Luis Patino. Let's head now to the top of the fourth. Daniel Vogelbach on the 2-2. Vogie gonna bounce that ball. It's gonna split the shift. Daniel Vogelbach on with a leadoff single. That will now bring up Mitch Garver on the 2-1. Garver! In a deep left center field. Get out ball. It's gone. Mitch Garver in the gap again, but that ball is going to soar over the fence, and Mitch Garver continues his amazing postseason to give the Padres a 2-1 lead. I just wish the rest of this ball team could play like Mitch Garver. Unfortunately, they can't, but we have taken the 2-1 lead now. Hey, still no outs in the inning for Julio Rodriguez on the 2-1. Rodriguez gets that ball in the middle. There we go. Now we respond with another base knock for our left fielder, Julio Rodriguez. That will now bring up Victor Robles on the 1-1 high fastball. Robles gets that ball into center field. Please get down ball. Starling Marte, though, is there for the first out of the inning. C.J. Abrams on the 1-1. Abrams get that ball right to short. Jimenez to McNeil to Polar Bear Pete. Taylor May, that's going to end the inning. On to the bottom of the fourth we go. We head into the bottom of the fourth with a 2-1 lead. J.D. Davis going to draw the walk on the changeup away. Leadoff runner on now for New York. Eddie Rosario on the 3-1. Rosario does it again. Deep right field, and Eddie Rosario takes the lead right back for the Mets. The Mets respond with the 2-run homer of their own. And just like that, we are down 1 here in the Big Apple. That's a big shot by the former twin Eddie Rosario on the 1-1 now. Reese McGuire gonna blast that ball in deep center field. Victor Robles going back though, and Robles will secure that one for the first out of the bottom of the fourth. Now up will be Andres Jimenez. Jimenez gonna that ball to first. Vogie can't get to it, but Abrams can. Abrams to spin the turn. Got it to Patino for the second out of the bottom of the fourth. Now up will be Jacob DeGrom, and we walk Jacob DeGrom. I don't know. Slider and misses. DeGrom's on with 2 outs for Starling Marte on the 1-2. Marte's getting that ball to short. Fernando Tatis Jr.'s got it. Tatis second. Abrams got him to end the inning. Let's go hit now in the top of the fifth. After a Luis Patino out, Brian Reynolds steps to the plate on the 3-2. Gonna draw the walk on the fastball, and runner on first with only 1 out for Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 3-2. Tatis gonna draw the walk. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Here comes Chris Bryant on the 1-2. Bryant gonna line that ball to short, and it's gonna come up short. Jimenez to McNeil to Polar Bear P, and just like that, the inning is over. In the bottom of the fifth we go. Jeff McNeil swing and a miss on the slider down by Luis Patino. Patino pitching pretty well. Other than that, Eddie Rosario at bat. Pete Alonso on the 1-2. Another swing and a miss on the slider, still down by Luis Patino. Aaron Judge now on the 3-2. Judge getting that ball in the right field. Brian Reynolds get there. Reynolds, oh, he's gonna fall down, but Brian Reynolds has got to it to end the bottom of the fifth. Daniel Vogelbach going to lead us off here on the full count. Vogie going to draw the walk on the fastball. Leadoff runner on first now for Mitch Garver on the 3-2. Can Garver do it again? Garver in the left center field. It's going to get down. Mitch Garver with another base knock. Vogie going to advance to second. Runners on first and second. No outs, and that's going to end Jacob DeGrom's day, because here comes the former Miami Marlin. It will be Jose Urania. Hopefully, he doesn't hit one of our batters like Ronald Acuna Jr. is at the plate. Instead, Julio Rodriguez down the third base line. It's going to get through. We're sending Vogie to the plate. Get there, Daniel Vogelbach. Vogie is in there. We've tied it at 3 apiece. Runners on second and third. No outs for Victor Robles on the 1-2. Robles going to bounce that ball to second, but it will score Mitch Garver. We've taken a 4-3 lead. Only 1 out in the inning for C.J. Abrams on the 2-2. Abrams to first. Polar Bear P going to dive out. He's got it. Oh, to first. Oh, Abrams is out, but that will score another run. It's 5-3 with 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Trent Grisham to pinch hit. Urania going to deal on the 2-1. Grisham going to hit that high fastball into left field. It's going to get down. That will be Trent Grisham's first knock of the postseason, and he should have extra bases. Rounding second is Grisham, going for 3. Trent Grisham getting there. He's in there with the 2-out triple. Here comes Brian Reynolds on the 2-2. Reynolds get that ball deep into right center field. Will that ball carry? Starling Marte going back, and Marte's got it at the track to end the top of the sixth. Here comes Truman, the former Baltimore Oriole, to pitch. ERA of 5.40. on the season, over 4 games in the postseason to be exact. J.D. Davis on the 2-1 to get that ball into right field, but it's going to go straight to Brian Reynolds. Reynolds is under it for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Eddie Rosario now up on the 2-2. Rosario in a deep right field. Brian Reynolds going back. Rosario's going to bounce off the wall. Eddie Rosario going to have extra bases with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Reese McGuire in the 3-2. Get that ball right to short and right to Fernando Tatis Jr. All right. 2 down and then got to get this out, and it will be at the plate. Andres Jimenez on the 2-2, swing and a miss on the changeup, down by Truman. Let's go now to the top of the 7th, where Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 2-2, and he's gonna get struck out by Urania. Tatis just can't do anything, man, in this postseason. Chris Bryant on the 1-1. Chris Bryant's gonna hit that ball in the shallow right center field. It will be taken in right field by Aaron Judge for the 2nd out. Here comes the power rating Daniel Vogelbach on the 3-2. Vogel gonna take that breaking curveball over the center of the plate and put it into left field, but it will be caught in left by Eddie Rosario. Let's head now to the bottom of the 7th, where Brett Beatty will leave this one off for the New York Mets, while Jose Castillo will come in to pitch 4 innings of work in the postseason with 0 runs given up. On the 1-2, Beatty swinging a miss on the slider way by Jose Castillo. 1 down here in the inning. Here comes Starling Marte to lead off on the 2-1. He's get that ball right to 2nd and straight to C.J. Abrams. Abrams is there for the 2nd out of the inning. Now up will be the lefty Jeff McNeil on the 2-2. McNeil's gonna get that ball right to 2nd. Abrams gonna charge, and C.J. Abrams has got it. To end the bottom of the 7th, on the top of the 8th we go, and it will be Robert Gilsman to pitch now for the Mets. 3 games so far in the postseason with an ERA of 11.57. He'll see Mitch Garver in the 2-2. Garver's gonna get that ball in a deep left center field. Will that one get down? Another base knock for Garver. Eddie Rosario, oh, he's got it at the track for the 1st out of the inning. Here comes Julio Rodriguez on the 2-2. Rodriguez gonna blast that ball in deep center field, but it's so hard to get out in deep center here at Citi Field. So in center will be Starling Marte for the 2nd out of the inning. Here comes Victor Robles on the 2-2. Robles gonna hit that ball right up the middle, but what a play by Gilsman to end the inning. On to the bottom of the 8th we go, and here comes Andres Munoz, ERA of 1.8 in the postseason over 5 games. Gotta hold this one down to get to Alvarado for the 9th. On the 1-2, Pete Alonso gonna get that ball in deep right field. Brian Reynolds going back. He can't get to it. Polar Bear Pete will have extra bases to lead off the bottom of the 8th. All right, we gotta come through. Come on, Andres Munoz. Aaron Judge in the 2-1 gets that ball in deep left field. Going back will be Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez got it. 1st out of the bottom of the 8th. Up now will be J.D. Davis on the 3-2. Get that ball to 2nd. Abrams can't get to it. Alonso gonna hold at the corners. 1 out in the inning. Go ahead, run to the plate. It'll be Eddie Rosario in the 3-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, up and away. 2 down, inning 102 on the meter. Here comes Freddie Alvarado looking for the 4-out save here. ERA of 4.15 on the postseason with 3 saves. On the 2-2, there we go. Thank goodness that ball's popped out right to 3rd to Bryant. It's going to end the inning. We're going to go now to the top of the 9th, where Joseph Shaw will be pitching for the Mets. ERA of nothing over 2/3 innings so far in the postseason. C.J. Abrams on the 1-1. Abrams gonna get that ball right to 2nd, but straight to Jeff McNeil. McNeil is there for the 1st out of the top of the 9th. Here comes Freddie Alvarado. He's gonna hit on the 1-1. Alvarado in the right field's gonna get down. We have a closing pitcher base knock here in the postseason for Freddie Alvarado. Brian Reynolds on the 1-2, and no, Reynolds gonna waste Alvarado on the base paths. All right, double play on the bottom of the 9th we go. Alvarado gonna try to get it done on the 2-2. Menace swing and a miss on the changeup, down by our closer, the lefty from Mexico, Freddie Alvarado. On the 3-2, that ball's gonna be it into shallow center field. Victor Robles coming up. Robles is there. 2 down in the inning. We are 1 out away from winning this game 4. Starling Marte on the 1-2. Strike 3 on the changeup away. And the San Diego Padres have won game 4 of this NLCS. Hey, we are not done yet. They're not gonna put us away just like that. We live to play another day. We will see you game 5 tomorrow night here at Citi Field. All right, we get Chris Paddock, and I mean, if there was a guy we ever would want in a spot like this to continue, I mean, our playoff run, it would be Chris Paddock. So we've just got to play with no expectations. That's how I'm going to play it. Like, I have no expectations going into game 5 and potentially all the way to 7. Just got to play our hearts out and somehow find a way to go 1-0 every single given day. Folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 116 of the San Diego Padres franchise mode here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet. Thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.